see now, obviously, the switch on the half. So we got to see how the newly appointed attacking side of Gen.G is able to control the pressure. Let's be honest, Sentinels put up a pretty good attacking side.
Want to give a shout out to the 34,000 viewers tuning in with us today. 33.5 if you're keeping track at home. This, of course, is our second quarterfinals. Already we saw TSM with a big win. Sentinels trying to move forward. Coming up next will be T1. The pistol round, though, definitely underway and already kills being traded back and forth. Attackers with the advantage here as Gen.G has taken high control. We'll see if they can do the damage from high ground. Zombs trying to stay alive. His teammate going to get picked from the right. ShahZaM did trade out one. And Zombs really just has to wait for his Cypher. dapr to get back into position before he takes his fight.
I don't think he's got the time for it. Zombs is just trying to stay alive. Hunted down by huynh, jets and shotguns. Is this the new duo? Is this the combo? I think it might just be. For now, sadly, couldn't stay alive long enough to get dapr over. Of course, kind of hard when you're pinned to the site, so dapr gonna have to play this back in 1v3. All of these afterplant positions are dedicated towards the site itself, so it's gonna be tricky to find a way forward, but dapr gonna do the best he can, but you got a shotgun on one side, two on the other. I'm not liking those odds either, but attempt must be made, and good for one, but huynh gonna get three, and that's a perfect way to begin your road to getting that op into play.
All right, Gen.G. What looked like it was going to be an 8-4 half is now 6-7, with Gen.G having the money and the weapons going into round 14. Could be tied up here. We'll see where they execute.
And
Heavy stack over at B. With a little mid attempt, what are you expecting here, Pansy?
Honestly, I just love the fact that there's so many players, either still in this tournament, playing up soon, or, who've already played. I think we've got a couple of others just tuning in. I mean, Sabrose is in chat. You've got everyone kind of, turning up. I like that. I like to see it. And it's a gamble stack from the Sentinels, just 4 of them staying together, trying to do something. You're on pistols. You might as well try something out. You're not going to win straight 1-to-1 fights, normally at least. I say this after seeing some very strange rounds, but normally, it's what it is. And, it's a gamble stack, and gambles can go wrong, so that's what's happened here. Sadly put, they didn't get much out of it. If they can cost them a gun or two, that'd be pretty nice. But beyond that, it should be a wrapped-up round. Let's see how much damage can be done with these pistols, though.
ShahZaM never afraid to go in first. This time it's sinatraa, and sinatraa gets the help from Sick to survive. huynh at range, putting that judge to work, and he is going to call out, I've seen 3 at least. The spike planted, they know where all the defenders are. Now it's just a matter of time. Pick them off at range.
This is really nice. So far, so good. It's ticked every box, right? You keep them at range. You don't allow any individuals to come in. You keep those crossfires in the right place. This is all good stuff. This is very clean as well. You got to try and keep that money as humbled, as kind of pushed down as you can. And huynh going to be on a good chunk of cash soon as well, building up off the back of that judge. And how often are we seeing this now? So many times we're seeing these, the dedicated oppers for the team banking on those pistols early, and shotguns early, and it works, especially on something like a jet. You can get up close, you can get super in their face, you've got that, movement to come through. Now, this is where things switch up. If you're not up to date on the economy, first 2 rounds go, let's say, one team's way. The third round, traditionally, the team on the opposing side, unless something's gone terribly wrong, does have a more favorable buy. So this is where we could see that fight back in for the Sentinels.
And I do want to call out that ShahZaM has bought up to the operator. Don't believe he has any shields on him right now. But this is something he never got going in map number 1. It cost him heavily on the defense. Will he be able to put it to use now? The rotation back to B, not the best time to pull out the operator. But we'll see what they can do on the retake. All 4 players playing deep on site.
I like this, though. Forcing players on these, guns like the operator to play retake, it's really, really tricky. Traditionally very hard to make count. So, and again, bringing those SMGs into an area where they can really succeed. Those close quarter battles is where they can still make up those odds against the Phantoms, for example. So ShahZaM trying to play it back in. He's got buddies with them, but time's dwindling here, Pocket. They're running low on how much time they have to make this work.
All right, one player, that's going to be their Cypher, just 1 bullet away, and MkaeL is going to go down. I don't know if they have time. They got to collapse right now. And just trying to survive is going to be effys. effys not only survives, he is going to clutch and get a sniper rifle on the way out of the site. Unfortunately, will fall to the blast. But what a play by effys to lock that one up.
That was super nice. What a nice usage of those slightly worse weapons. I love to see that. And again, this is something that I'm seeing more and more often with these great teams, is they're finding ways to make these, you know, less than ideal buys count. Of course, in this round, they've cost them so much. This is brilliant to me. And this then puts, again, more and more pressure on the Sentinels to dig a bit deeper. Okay, well, how much more can you bring? This is going to be a very tough game for them on this attack. You'd have loved to have a better buy coming into this and a little bit more to play with, but for now, they're going to be stuck on where they're at and just having to try and make it count. Bulldogs everywhere and SMGs. It's far from perfect.
8-7, big round for both squads. Sentinels holding on to just pistols and a stinger. I thought they had enough money to buy up with Spectres, or we're maybe going to see a few ARs. Instead, they're saving for the next, trying to go big with the sniper rifle once again. And we'll see what the plan is here for the attacking squad. They've all rotated over to A. They've got the 5-stack set up. The defense, they're hearing it all. Everyone ready for this push.
Unless they just go heaven. Technically, they could walk heaven and just undo this, but ShahZaM could be a game changer. Or it's all for nothing, and I hype it up and it goes terribly wrong. Here we go, that's not bad. huyhn's eliminated, sinatra's found one of them. Uh-oh, this is where problems become bigger issues. Now, for at least the sake of the attacking side, they've kept control of this, but ShahZaM is still at large.
Sinatraa also combining with a headshot, and they hold again with pistols and a jet ultimate. How many times have both teams been able to pull this off throughout the 3 maps? It's been ridiculous. And if you're Sentinels right now, you are cheering on the comms. You are getting hype. That is a game-changing moment.
That's a huge round to win. Huge round. Even the replay doesn't know what happened. It was too excited by it all. And it's broken the back of the economy for Gen.G. They can get a buy, but it's going to be mismatched, so why not try and even out the money? Try and get it as best they can. So this is going to be quite fun. Now, it swings and roundabouts, right? This is the beauty of having a game that's economy-based. You love to see that. Now, of course, shoes on the other foot. What does Gen.G do now that they've got the kind of worst buy here? Do they just try and overpower someone? Try and take an op away? Let's find out.
I think it's huyhn's time to answer back. Here it is. I expected the jet ultimate to come out. Also, keep in mind they have a resurrect available and an omen flank if needed. Will Gen.G go all in? I kind of expect them to start to pop off as soon as huynh gets the first pick, if he can manage it. And they're just easing their way through the middle of the map. Nice job by the Sentinels to just play deep on the sites, taking their time. You have to question, though, will they be susceptible to fire from heaven? Sinatraa going to try and hold the angle. Blastback goes out at the proper time. I thought he was going to be in trouble. Instead, there's great cover from dapr. And the blastback is going to do damage to 2. Sinatra's Phantom is going to do the rest of the work. dapr and Sinatraa, the 2-man army over at B, get it done.
Okay, everything in my head, you know, when you get that rap, you get that kind of like heaven presence towards B, you're like, oh, this is pretty good, and then somehow Sinatraa just throws like a pack of explosives at you, and it's like, nah, don't worry, I'll just turret around. I'll just hit the 180 real casual. God damn. Okay, this game's kind of wild, isn't it? For now, though, the defensive team has definitely kind of got a grip on things. They've kind of stabilized a little bit here. 2 rounds back-to-back is going to definitely help things out. But the buyback in is going to make a bit of a difference here. Let's see what they bring. I still think if you're good on this map, the attacking side isn't as much of a problem as people may think it is. Once you're in, you know, a very well-operating team, and I like this, somewhat of a default to start with a heavier lean towards B, maybe looking for an early pick, but we do see that Cypher's in a, I don't want to say a one and done, it's tricky to be dedicated towards this, you can get cleared out by utility, but they've got Sinatraa by their side, so a good little bit of support system in place. You still have the Sage up in heaven as well.
I think the
now, once this side hit comes in,
devastating.
the timing on Sinatraa, and exactly, that showstopper could be massive.
Keep your eyes on the rockets from both sides, and here comes the attack. And over it goes Sinatraa, double blast pack into the explosion. GMD goes down, perfect grenade, and Sinatraa is getting cleared by dapr. The duo holding it down.
He's nuts. I love it. I can't say it enough. That just brings joy to me. Just flying over. Damn, it's like Quake all over again. Here we go, though. The rest of the hit was coming through those B-holes, and it's been just cut to size. You're not going to get anything against these guys. Sinatraa showing he's not just that one-trick pony. He's not just playing that one character well. No, no, no. Let me show you what I can do on every other agent as well. That was beautiful. Let's watch this one. Bang, bang, straight over. It's just...
I thought he was so good playing Phoenix on Bind, just playing aggressive corners, peeking with ShahZaM. I was kind of upset when I saw him go to the Rays, but after watching plays like this, he is showing you he can not only play Phoenix, he's got the Sova, which he showed you on the last map, Ascent, and of course, his Rays can be devastating when above you.
Look, okay, I'm gonna be honest, part of me hates the fact that I absolutely love watching Sinatraa be this, like, ridiculous player like this, because at the start of the game it's like, he's not gonna do that much, it's, you know, Overwatch players, etc. No, this guy is an absolute beast.
Yeah,
exactly.
The kid's got natural talent.
Absolutely, he's so damn good, and like he plays it in a way that I think is gonna be fun to watch down the line. For now though, Sinatraa does get overwhelmed over by Heaven. I'm seeing if there's maybe more of that coming through. Got Jet coming over. ShahZaM's there. ShahZaM finds one. Traded on, but Sick should be where all this kind of stops. effys, are you kidding me?
Okay.
3 ain't bad, but it ain't all the players. It would have to have been 5 if they wanted a shot at that one. And we're closing in on map. Well, not even map point. Match point.
Big game 3 for both squads. Tournament life on the line after grinding out Wednesday and Thursday to go perfect in the group play. Sentinels just a few rounds away from advancing forward to face off against TSM tomorrow. And this has been such a fun series to watch. If you guys are just joining us, make sure you go back and watch the VODs. We had a great battle to start the day. Now we've got an even better one going the distance. And it's kind of great to see just the quality of NA play has been taken to a next level after watching the last tournament. I feel like all these teams have been putting in time with their strats, their retakes, their takes. Executes have been clean on both sides, and the ultimate use in this one, they're really just showcasing what they can do with raw skill. Here's a look at Sick. First line of defense in the middle of the map. Wants to get a little bit aggro here. And he is going to get the noise he needed. Makes the call. They're all stacked up.
It's not a bad play. It might alleviate some of the want of that Cypher to be dedicated towards B. They can kind of float on the rotation a little bit easier, switch in ShahZaM, but they're going to be peeking into this, and huynh going to hold that every single time. Going to find ShahZaM succeeding in that alleviates the pressure from Heaven. So now would they be kind of wanting to push it? Of course they are, but there's 2 players on the other side. One of them being Sick gets traded on, so it's not over yet.
Rez coming in. 5 on 3. Sinatraa trying to hold strong. He's able to get 1. dapr is going to find 2. And effys challenging from above is going to get punished. But it's zombs left. 1v1. Knows exactly where the Cypher is with the spike planted. Here's a great paranoid. Can he follow it up, though? And there's the peek from MkaeL. Zombs guess is wrong. And the Cypher gets out with a huge round for Gen.G. 9-11. They're still breathing, and they're keeping the up.
That was 4 rounds back-to-back for the defensive side. This was a very well-needed break back in. But that was, that's down to a 1v1, man. We need to see more from this newly appointed attacking team. It's not even new at this point, but Gen.G on the attack needs more. I need to see something that makes me go, okay, they've got it. They've got that little bit of a look. These mid-takes have looked, on a knife's edge. Sometimes they win it, sometimes they don't. I mean, imagine if ShahZaM just got that pick on huynh, then it had already been over. It wasn't the case, but we have a lot of presence towards middle this time. ShahZaM actively looking for these picks in mid, and they're pushing up off this.
Last time huynh was able to punish him. This time huynh won't have an opportunity to even get an angle unless he tosses off that spike and goes above. And here you can see in the picture-in-picture, it is going to be an all-out war in the middle of the map.
Oh, but this play from Sick. It's the first time he tried it, and I like that. I wish he could have been able to maybe get the wall up a little bit quicker or be able to make a little bit more out of that. But 4 players standing against 3 on this map when rotations are so tricky to control. If the attack inside just hit the brakes for a second, see if they can catch that omen or keep some awareness towards it, they could be in such a prime position. But It looks like they're peeling away, and this could be a good read from that Omen towards the sewers that, well, I haven't heard anyone, but look at the rotation from the Cypher, heading right back around towards A. They've lost control of middle, they've lost their vision, so it might just come down to that raise, but when I say just that raise, I might be underselling what he's been able to do recently.
Sinatra's been on fire. This time around, just one blast pack to his name, 84 HP and 17 shields. Can connect with multiple headshots. huynh comes flying through, calls him out. Sinatraa putting 2 shots in the body, but it's going to be up to dapr, who holds strong. And just like that, it's once again a 1 versus 1. Cypher versus Cypher. Spike not planted. You got to get it down with 4 seconds left on the clock. All the pressure in the world on MkaeL.
Careful now.
Dapr. Careful. Has he done enough time?
He's
I
done
think
it.
Michael
He's done
whiffed
it. The tripwire won it.
Dapr, careful now, buddy. Don't need to overpeak on that one. He'd run out of time. You knew it. And yeah, what a way to close it out. But again, another super close round. That Omen smoke that came in towards those B walls was so perfectly timed. I cannot believe how well timed that was. Because that hit could have come through at any moment then. But that timing was so good then.
I gotta call it out, Lauren. That is back-to-back rounds that huynh has won the sniper duel in the middle of the map. ShahZaM has been getting very aggressive, and huynh is there to punish again. They didn't win the round, but Gen.G had the opportunity. Here we go. Match point 12-9. Sentinels can lock it up right here. Looking at the ults, they've got 4 of the 5 ready to rock. Everything in their favor going into this round.
See what they do. This is the pressure moment. It looks like a kind of 1-3-1 split, so you try and hold presence across the map while trying to get that mid control. They can now draw their players away. They've kept the players dedicated towards the site. They've drawn them away from middle, but really the defensive team has kind of given that up. But look at this buy, and this is your best shot at it. This is the round that you need the most, and that's the purchase you're coming in with. It is, you know, mountain climbing level of trying to go up the hill on this one. Dapr
destroyed.
Kind of getting a bit of info off that. Sinatra's well aware there's players here, and it looks like the hit towards heaven is coming in.
Nice first pick. Sinatra's going to find a second with the help of ShahZaM. And the daggers keep flying. Down goes effys. huynh was cleaned up, and here comes ShahZaM trying to finish it strong. GMT is out. Player 1, last one standing, and no more. 13-9. Big finish by the Sentinels as they're moving on in the semifinals. And so far, both of our group winners with TSM and Sentinels moving forward. We are set up for an incredible...